The first time I walked the Camino, I walked the last part, from Sarria to Santiago de Compostela. I've since walked the entire Camino except the first part, from Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port to Pamplona. So now I'm going back to walk the first part. In other words, I walked the last part first. Now I'm walking the first part last. Okay, this is the final day of the Camino, a 4-day Camino over the Pyrenees, and before we go into the action, let's have a quick flashback to 6 years ago, October 17th, 2018. So I don't know if I'm ever going to get it to Portomarín tonight. I might be sleeping in the rain in the middle of the forest. What a difference 6 years make, and I'm still wearing the same damn frog tog rain poncho. We knew there'd be rain, but give me a good rainstorm on the Camino any day. That first video, of course, was from day 1, about hour 7 on the Camino in 2018. My first day on the Camino, like I say. I was a clusterfuck, and then I met Joe. This is my friend Joe. We met on the Camino.
When we first met, Matt had a great heart, and he was very excited and curious about the Camino, even though he was basically had a lack of understanding and a lack of preparation.
So if you've seen the short film We Walk From Here, you know that Joe kind of saved my ass my first time out. And in 2024 it was my 4th time out, and it was time for me to pay it forward. Good morning. We are in, what was the name of this? Urdaniz. We're getting ready to leave. The Camino is actually down there, but we go this way and down under the, or across the highway or under the highway to get to the village where the Camino resides. So that's what we're doing this morning. Actually a lovely place here where we stayed, and we are off for the final day of this particular Camino. This road is busy, but we managed to catch a gap and get across. We're going to Esquerrots, that's where the Camino reconnects. This is a little village of Urdaniz. This is my friend James. New friends. First time I walked on a Camino, came up to one of these and saw my reflection with the pack and didn't recognize myself. I thought, that's me. I'm a fucking pilgrim. So this is the Camino into Pamplona, but we're still about 16 kilometers out, I think. Wow, I love stuff like that. Look at that. And here we are going through the bridge here. A little sad to be leaving the Camino today, but happy to see my wife walking through the jungle of a very dark dream. Actually a line from a children's play I was in. Let's see. Hello, my beautiful friends. Let's stop and get a little close up of you guys. So let me tell you a little bit about James. It was his first day on the Camino. He was starting on the west side of the Pyrenees, but before Pamplona, and he was as green to the Camino as I was back in 2018. So we walked together. I learned a lot about him. I'm not going to share any of that because what people tell me on the Camino stays on the Camino, but we had a lot in common. Our reasons for being there were the same, and I realized that it was my job to be there for him, that's what the Camino had done for me that time, was put me in a position where I could pay forward the help that I had received in previous Caminos. Now that you're all caught up, let's move on. Beautiful. Oh wow, this is so cool. That way. Wow. This is kind of what I live for.
Hola.
I just like this bridge. Hola, buen dia. Hello there. Hello there, Beethoven. All right, we are kind of in the basin coming down to Pamplona. Over there is the way we go. It's been a fairly easy walk. A little slick this morning, but not terrible. It's wet, damp from the rains overnight. This is not the safest route. And you can see what we came up. It's all about being fully present, so we're going to tuck you away, people. As you can see, we're on a stream. This is the Camino terrain I treasure and sometimes fear because it's a little bit treacherous on the path. Right now, it's pretty nice. We're taking kind of a deliberate pace today, so I think this is about the 30th or 40th person that's passed us. That's okay. You walk your own Camino, you catch your own train. I want to go take a swim. That's right here on the Camino. Right here on the Camino, you get little pieces of beauty. And then over here on this side, beautiful pasture, the mountains. There's the beautiful bridge that we just came over. We're in Urdaniz. And as you can see, fellowship, rest, everything that makes the Camino worth walking. That sign says Gogoratu. Hopefully nothing like Gomasotu. That's a private joke. Look at that really cool rock here on the beautiful Camino. Yeah, we're gonna parallel a highway for a little while, but things change. I don't know what this town is.
I see a sign now.
Irutsa? What is this town? I see a sign over there. Oh, how are you? Very hot, yes. I'm not sure what this town is. I think it begins with an I. So I'll probably put it right over here somewhere on the screen. Good to see you all. I think we're about 8 kilometers away, maybe? All right, it's a little slick, according to what James just discovered. Got a whole horde coming behind me. This little village is called Zabadika. And there's a church up there, but I have no interest in climbing up to a church and coming back, so we're gonna go down to the Camino. So my new friend is walking all the way up to that church. I'm kind of being selfish and wanting to move along, but then I think I've got to be for him what Daryl was for me. If you don't know, Daryl was one of my main Camino angels, 2021. So be patient. This is the first graffitied underpass on the Camino, I guess. It's a whole universe down here. We are climbing up some stairs. Look at there. Coming up over the hill and down into Pamplona shortly. There's the view from up here. I like that tree line over there. Not liking this bug on my arm. I don't know what that is. Yeah. Light at the end of the tunnel. Oh, he's selling stuff up here. That might be a godsend.
What?
I think. I don't know if he's selling stuff or these guys are somebody else. Hi. I was going to do a James Bond promo, but never mind. High upon an extinct Japanese volcano.
High above an extinct Japanese volcano.
Anyway, down there is Pamplona, and we're wandering aimlessly into the city. Pamplona. Coming over the bridge is all important. They're going Pamplona this way. No, this way. I know which way to go.
Everybody knows you.
Now we're walking into Pamplona. I've parted ways with James. My other phone has the map, so I'm gonna record on this phone. We're almost to the Airbnb where my wife is. We've arrived in Pamplona. I had a thought and I lost it, but I'm glad I did these 4 days. Here's what I've learned. I was called to the Camino through a series of events. I ended up called to this Camino to walk these 4 days. And I found opportunity after opportunity to be present and be of service to others. And I selfishly want to go walk the whole Camino. But walking today with the guy who really needed the companionship I could sense, I knew this was my purpose. Now that I'm in Camino, now that I'm in Pamplona, I'm sort of slipping out of Camino mode and going into husband mode. Gonna go spend time with the wife. And I have purposes elsewhere, but I will be back. But it feels like if I continued the Camino today, it would be for selfish reasons, simply because I feel I need it. And I don't think I'm needed beyond this point. So we'll come back when the Camino's ready to call me. One last thought before I get to the house. I've learned a couple things about myself. One, I've learned that I am in a hurry and I need to slow down. Two, I've learned that I want to do the right thing, but there's still a bit of ego that wants credit and kudos for doing the right thing. Three, I've learned I'm at my very best when I shut up and listen, which I don't do often. He'll get it. At Urdaniz, he was walking his first day on the same reason he stayed there was the same reason. God damn, I'm good looking.